Hello, everybody, and welcome back to more movies. This time we're doing a pick-up mine. Yes, we're back to the Swan Princess franchise because, yes, it's time for Swan Princess 5, if you can believe it. A royal family. And Deji's here. And don't worry, for context, I forced them to watch all 4 movies so far.
Yay! Now
is
he's
this like
caught
the
up.
gimmick? Is this like the gimmick with each new title where the new people? Is Pixie gonna show up in the next?
Sure, why not? Sure, why not?
I mean,
the sky's the limit when you don't give a shit.
But that's the thing,
And
though, guys.
only what you told me, Richard Rich certainly did not.
But that's the thing, though, Tio. At the rate that these movies are going, there's gonna be like 50 of them. Like, at that point, our commentaries are gonna be full-on armies of people from across the internet. At that
There's
point,
10 of these things so far.
and they're still going.
So after whatever Christmas reunion happened a couple of times ago, what's next for Derek and Odette?
So yeah, everybody. Turns out what was originally just going to be a TV special ended up being really successful in terms of sales, according to Richard Rich. As a result, Swan Princess was officially revived as a franchise. And so we have now the 5th entry, A Royal Family Tale.
So tell me, Pedro, is this a hidden blessing or a secret nightmare, like the fact that Odette is now a demon brought back from hell?
Yeah. But yeah, well, I've already ranted enough about how Odette is a demon now. If we the bit is dead at this point. Let's just carry on. The point is, yes, everybody, we're back. And we're going to start. This is going to be the beginning of a new era for the Swan Princess series. Because if you ask me, this is where the franchise officially starts jumping the shark.
I'm sorry, wait. I'm sorry. Wait.
You know what? I'm not going to say anything.
I'm sorry.
Because I know Pedro doesn't exaggerate.
I'm sorry. You're telling me that Swan Princess 4, the goddamn Christmas special that brought in a musical genre that was sung in story centuries before its creation.
And a random Star Wars reference that is completely out of place.
And that was not the one that jumped the shark? This is where it actually does?
Okay.
This world is timeless, apparently.
Joba, that's because this is the movie where they start retconning shit from the first movie.
Didn't they kind of already do that in 4, what with Rothbart suddenly having this extra spell and being a ghost?
Oh no, trust me, Jova. That was easy peasy compared to what this movie does.
Oh boy!
All right. So it should be, all copies seem to be the same, so you should be fine. Just start in the black screen before the Sony Wonder logo. Yeah,
yes,
Sony Wonder. Yes. And I think that
I keep forgetting that this division exists.
I wonder why this was made.
No, sure. I like Detective Steve's joke better. Sony Wonder. As in, I wonder how many movies of this that they're going to make. So, alright. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, click.
I have to wonder.
But he's just asking for it.
So, is Sony Wonder like, the teeny tiny company that Sony puts on their, like, I don't know, real small things?
Yeah, Dweez mentioned that in the previous movie that Sony has a small budgeted title that's relegated for these kind of things. I'm frankly just...
Oh, God! Crest Animation from the Norm of the North franchise!
Jova, that's
also,
Richard Rich's...
What are you going to do to that, Squirrel, Jean-Bob?
Jova, that's Richard Rich's studio. Crest Animation.
Wait, I thought Nest Family was the studio.
Well, that's the thing. Crest Animation is... That's the thing. They're both kind of the same thing. It's a bit complicated. Anyway, narration.
Oh, an origin story for the Forbidden Arts.
That's the thing, Tail. Just completely... Whatever. I'll get into my rant when we get to it.
I do get what Pedro means, though. It was established in the original trilogy that Rothbart was the one who created the Forbidden Arts.
Very good, Jova. You get us the gold star.
And apparently this force interrupted a satanic cult.
Also, oh, that's very convenient.
What?
We have a title.
So the Forbidden Arts is a living being now? What?
No, apparently the Forbidden Arts were influenced by this being.
No, but that's that's not what they're saying, Teo. They're literally calling this thing the Forbidden Arts. They're literally calling it that.
Also, there will be a Swan Princess, so does that mean that Rothbart technically created this team?
Yeah,
Because
I think-
the only reason Odette's a Swan Princess is because
Okay,
he turned her
to
into a
be
swan.
to be fair, the
be
Tangle
fair,
series kind of is something similar to this. Actually,
Yeah, except that show was written by competent
well,
writers.
yeah,
But anyway,
I'm just meaning the idea of the predestination that completely coincides with the events of the first movie.
and that's the thing too. This doesn't coincide. It flat out. There you go. And now he's gonna alter the prophecy, saying that the Swan Princess will usher in an age of despair and lay waste
And
to
you
the
can
earth.
just do that, I guess.
So,
But,
wait.
but they're making these movies. He's already done that.
Okay. So here's the problem here.
How does that even work?
Hold on.
I don't know. Go on.
So, from what the movie is suggesting, it did it to
I see
hide.
too. They call it the Forbidden Arts. That's what they call
Yes,
this thing.
Jova.
So from what
Go
this
on,
movie
Jova.
is saying, the Forbidden Arts changed that on the off chance that somebody would come across it to hide the truth. So, problem here. Wouldn't it have been better if we didn't know this to be the case? Like,
Oh, hello there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new race introduced in this movie, the Scullions. What are
Squirrels.
Scullions? They're flying squirrels. Except for whatever
Ooh.
reason, just I don't care what they call them.
wait.
Scullions.
I'm sorry. Is this movie implying that it's the squirrels we have to worry about being tricked by the fake prophecy?
Yes.
Jova, the world almost got destroyed in the previous one because of a cat.
Yeah, you know what? To be fair, at least Rothbart was still the main antagonist.
Oh, great, we're starting immediately with a song.
Well, these movies are musicals too. They've always been.
I think 2 and 3 toned down them, if I recall correctly.
No, not really too. Not really. They had plenty of songs as well.
Well,
No, they did not.
Okay.
Oh, look at that, the king from the first movie. They remember that, I guess.
I mean, I guess a better way of putting it is that at least 2 and 3 felt like they put more effort into how they arranged the songs. Then 4 just went, again, with, okay, I'll admit.
Yes. I love how you call it. Say his schemes. The Forbidden Arts is a he now.
Hold on. Oh. So Robert did not create it, but basically
Wait.
attuned from that.
How much of this movie's going to be narration?
Also, Rothbart, you kind of bots the job about destroying her. Instead of destroying her, he turned her into a swan, which, allowed her to still be alive.
Allow me. Okay, allow me. Okay, first problem. The Forbidden Arts are not a magical being. They're a field of dark spell study that Rothbart, according to the first movie at least, discovered. Second, all that Swan Princess status was not destiny. It was not a prophecy. It was just a spell that Rothbart created to keep her trapped in the lake, just like in the original ballet. This movie is completely rechanging the origin story of this franchise at this point, and for little to no reason, as you
At
can
that
see.
point, you might as well just reboot it.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the main problem. Not only are they changing it for no reason, they're changing it for the worse. If Rothbart was supposed to destroy Odette, he kind of did a crap job at it. In fact, he literally killed everyone but
Jova.
Odette from the carriage.
Hey, Jova, you starting to see what I mean?
That being
There you go.
Oh, but it gets even better when you think about it. Because not only did Rothbart, keep Odette alive, he made her the Swan Princess that's going to destroy the Forbidden Arts. Also, why is the Forbidden Arts alive? I thought Derek killed it in Swan Princess 3.
No. It's in this movie that we kill the Forbidden Arts.
Not
Forever.
just that,
But that's,
again...
no. That's my point, though. Derek destroyed it in Swan Princess 3. Why is it alive
Jova,
now?
hold on, Jova. I have to comment on this. I love this one. Check this out, bitch. Yeah, it doesn't fit. It doesn't. There you go, Dej. It's officially confirmed. Derek does not think. We can now. Okay, it's now.
This is still
officially
Laura
confirmed.
Bailey, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's LCD, it's Shiro.
Laura Bailey returns as Odette, and Yuri Lowenthal returns as Derek. Yes.
Thankfully, not anymore was a co-writer. Also, if I recall correctly, what Derek actively destroyed at the end of it were just a set of parchments that he claimed being the Forbidden
This
Art.
scene pisses me off so
Oh
much
my
because
god,
it
is
makes
she
you.
dying?
because this scene makes you better come across as such a horrible, unlikable person, as you're about to see.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I get already what kind of jokes are we going through with this.
Also,
Okay. I officially hate this person. Can she just die?
Also-
Seriously, she literally made her son think she was dying for this? Fuck off!
Also, not
Go
for
on.
nothing, but is it just me or did the animation somehow get even worse than last time?
Yeah, that's
It
another
did.
thing I noticed. There's a clear lack of shading. Also,
We're not-
what the
we're not even
fuck,
10 minutes-
Bob?
We're not even 10 minutes in, and I'm already 100% done with this
Oh
movie.
god, you are ugly.
Like,
Yeah.
God, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but this makes Swan Princess 4 look like a pristine transition into 3D by comparison. What happened? Like,
This is the sequel to that, Jova. So it's the same animators and everything.
well, I mean, and like you said, that one was apparently a surprise success, so shouldn't they have upped the budget for this one? Why does it feel like they cut it?
That's Jova. The less money we spend on it, the more profit we can make.
Oh, she wants them to have a
A
little...
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get laid.
they want them to give them grandchildren.
Also, didn't she and Rogers finally hook up in the last film or something?
Kind of, but not really. They never actually get married.
Friends with benefits. I see.
Also,
That's it.
mother, it takes several months to get one of those out. You're gonna have to wait.
Patience.
To
Seriously.
I'll be honest though, Sony Wonder sounds like a brand of electronics.
Ah!
Oh, the teeth.
So let's recap. The backstory has been completely retconned, and now Huberta has become 100% less likable in the span of 2 minutes. Holy shit, Rich. Ugh.
I don't know.
And yes, Deji, they're still doing the "kiss me, I'm a prince" joke because apparently Richard Rich thinks this is still funny. 5 movies in.
You know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. They should have just let him stay a prince in Swan Princess 2 to
Richard?
spare us all this.
Richard, the bit is dead. Leave it to die.
Tell me,
It's
Pedro.
dead.
Okay,
Wait, how can it be dead and yes they leave it to die?
okay, Pedro. Have you seen the latest Swan Princess movie, Swan Princess 11?
Yeah, I have seen all of them. Well, the 11th one is not out yet.
Okay. Well, question: is this joke still persisting by the point of the latest film?
John, kind of, yes. Richard and Brian are under the impression that this is funny. Oh yeah, fun fact, everybody. Unlike the previous movie, you
Oh, that's
What?
a phase.
fun fact, everybody. Fun fact, everybody. Like Tira said earlier, the previous movie was written by Yuri Lowenthal. Guess who came back to write this one? Briannissan, the writer of the first 3 movies, and he's going to be the writer of all the upcoming movies. They brought back the original writer to write this, and yet it still sucks balls. Even worse.
Why did he screw up his own story so badly?
I don't, Jova, it's become abundantly clear to me that Richard Rich and Briannissan have completely lost the plot. They have no idea what the hell this franchise was, even at some point.
Okay.
I have this line here. Yeah, no, that's probably, there you go, Jova. That's what happened to Briannissan. There you go.
Jeez.
You asked me what-
Jesus Christ, this animation.
The uncanny valley is always behind the corner with this one.
Oh,
Hey,
wow, that was terribly animated.
Jova, you were asking me why Briannissan screwed up his own story? There's that line sums it up perfectly well. He didn't know where his mind went. There you go. That works perfectly. Thanks, Brian.
Also, were
So-
those the squirrel from the PSP Sony commercial?
That's
It's a gnat you can play with outside.
That's another thing, Pedro. Briannissan is also in the movie. He voices characters named Brody and Ferdinand.
Brian occasionally does minor extra characters, like
Okay.
random characters that have like 1-2 lines, stuff like that. Go on.
Please tell me that the main threat of this movie is not seriously tiny squirrels that we could easily crush under our feet.
Jova, obviously the ultimate villain is the Forbidden Arts
Well,
themselves.
I know, but it seems like the main enemy force is going to be literally squirrels.
Sorry. Let me correct myself. Let me correct myself. The Forbidden Arts himself, as the movie puts it, even though you say the Forbidden Arts, it's apparently just a he. Not only is it a male, it's only just one. I don't even understand how the hell this works.
Yes, it
That's
is.
not how English works.
I do
Brian.
get that the Forbidden Arts is the main bad guy, but again, the fact that it seems like the main villain force behind him is squirrels, I don't know, that kind of feels like a step down from freaking Rothbart. You know, the OG bad guy of this franchise.
I get that's the thing, Joe. Remember, the Swan Princess Christmas was originally just going to be a one-off reunion type special. It was meant to be just a one-off thing, but since it sold just as well as the other DVDs, Sony decided, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just reboot the thing full on.
Wait, since when? Since when you had a whip?
Wait. We have to stop meeting like this, but you two were already in the same scene.
Yeah, that's my exact reaction to the movie. Thank you, Mr. Squirrel. Thank you.
It's basically he's just being a corny.
Do they mean in like a metaphorical sense or something?
Also, let me check who these brilliant squirrels are being voiced by.
Wow, Tio, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure went to some weird place.
Okay, let me break the mold, Ben. Is this a rocket robot on wheels reference?
JoJo's voiced by Kirk Thornton.
Kirk,
Oh, and
what the fuck are you doing here?
It sounds like
they
chipmunked his voice too.
Probably still a better role than the one he had in the Queen's Corgi.
There you go, Jova. Thanks to the help of Till, I just figured out what's the problem with the animation. All the budget clearly went to the voice actors, not the animation, because since they managed to get such a great cast, clearly that's where the money went.
Wow, that is not as grand as you make it sound, music.
Oh yeah, but did I mention that most of this movie's focus on the squirrels?
No!
Because Brian is going off as Rocker Shiroi.
You know
That's
what?
not an answer.
You know what? Give me back the main characters at this point. They were annoying, but at least I could sanction their annoyingness.
Very, very good, Joe. But you started to see what I mean about this movie being where the series officially starts to jump the shark.
I checked something in the cast that might be a spoiler, so I'm not gonna mention it. But if it happens later, it's gonna be interesting.
Okay.
Sure. Save it for later then. Go on,
okay.
Joe.
Yeah.
Can I just say this? The way that his skin moves when he pulls it, it feels a little too unnatural and kind of icky.
You think that's bad, Jova? The next movie, they're gonna be out on a ship, and there's even a point where the characters have to swim. Now imagine water physics using this animation.
Yeah, these kind of animations, water. Oof.
Yep.
Okay, I seriously do want to know, to the fan base that is keeping this franchise alive, what do you...
Again, I'll just quote Thanos. Was it worth it? Was it, guys?
No, that was Gamora.
Yeah, that was...
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, what did it cost?
You're right. I'll quote Gamora then, yeah. Was it worth it, fans?
I'm sorry. So the Forbidden Arts promised that they would deliver Odette's kingdom into his hands. That would be some black magic to get people to listen to the will of flipping squirrels, magical or not.
Again, if you go back to the original trilogy, and the Forbidden Arts was just
Who's voicing
a magical ball. As demonstrated in movies 2 and 3, it was just a magical ball that allowed Rothbart and his accomplices to do evil magic. That's it. It was never a living thing. Go on.
Why doesn't the Forbidden Arts just, do it himself? Why does he need to rely on forest critters to go after?
Also, oh Jesus Christ!
Because shut up. That's why.
Also, apparently, the Forbidden Arts is voiced by David Lodge of all people.
Because reasons, you know.
I guess they have bills to pay. Yes, Pedro?
What? What? Oh, I guess he's not that powerful.
Whoa!
He's still.
He just literally created an explosion. That's pretty powerful.
Oh, but it would be hilarious if the villain just dies like that and not even one third into the movie.
Before we get to this point, allow me to finish my... Okay. Yeah, you're probably starting to realize why I personally think this is where the franchise starts jumping the shark. Retcons, focus on wrong elements, the animation is even getting worse, like Jova said. It really is... The writing decisions already are baffling, to say the least.
Oh no, not him.
So what exactly?
That's the thing, Libs. This guy is only here so he can die, so that Odette and Derek can adopt.
Hey, look, we get it. But hey. Derek's mother always wanted a grandchild, so now we got it.
Also, dude, where's
Are you serious?
Well, don't you see, kids? It's the perfect way to have a kid without having to go through the joys of childbirth.
Also, dare I question if the child ever brings up her actual biological mother, or even a case of, oh no, I've been orphan. That.
No.
I really don't understand it. It's literally one line. Just say that like she died of birth or something. At the very least, you mentioned. Stop having
she lost the will to live.
Because apparently Richard did not have the balls to actually have Odette go through child labor. So just have this incredibly contrived thing so that we can just give them a free daughter.
Wait. Why didn't the Forbidden Arts just, explode their carriage? Why did it explode the house over there?
Because it missed the mark, Jova.
Yeah, it missed the mark. That's the thing.
That wasn't very clear, but dang, how clumsy.
Actually, it is. The fact that also that he was event returned, like on the ground, whimpering. I get it, but he still has not recovered fully whatever power it has. So.
Yeah. But that being said, very good job. It's just another problem of this movie. Ineffective villains.
Yeah, again, and that's something the Forbidden Arts is suggested to be the mastermind behind pretty much all previous movies, except maybe
we have a kid
because
now.
Rothbart just came back on his own.
Yeah.
Give me just a moment, Shira.
That's his grave?
Why?
Yeah, it's like... Actually, though, this came out before Logan.
You're the king and queen. Give him a royal funeral, you bastard.
And yes, Pedro.
Go on, Pedro.
Give me just a moment, Shira. Anyway, there you go. You've gained yourself new parents, honey.
You get to be the princess now. Isn't that fun?
Let me check.
I know your daddy died, but
So what's his little girl's name?
Elise.
They're gonna give her Elise. So she's voiced by.
Oh no!
No. Not Elise with E, Tail. Elise with A.
I know, but the joke was too long. She's voiced by Carly Fogelson, and this is literally her only role in her entire career.
Wow, this movie was so terrible it destroyed her career.
If I had to understand the character, does the character come back in later movies?
Yes.
Tail, she's gonna be the main character of the next two movies after this.
So yes. Like what? Did we change the voice actress constantly?
Yes.
Oh.
So.
Okay, my dad died, and you're gonna talk about my hair?
My parents are.
Let me just mention something.
This is where I watched my father died, Princess Ola.
Let me just mention something. Already, you can tell there's a big problem. I have a huge. Oh yeah, and by the way, okay. And now this reminds Odette of her own losing of her father. Okay, that's like the one good scene. Okay, good job. Unfortunately, the movie doesn't really do anything with that. Not really. Then that never brings up. It gets brought up again.
I will always be there for you. Go on, Pedro.
The point is, I hate the way they handle the whole daughter thing. Again, you didn't have the balls to actually handle this in a realistic manner. Have Odette genuinely go, planning parenthood, and an actual real issue that could have been explored in this movie. Nah, let's just lazily kill a random person just so we can give the daughter to them. That's so lazy. That's such lazy writing.
I love this scene. Like, oh, it's so great to have a child that I can tutor again. Oh, right, by the way, the tragedy did occur. Her father died.
You think that's rich, Jova? Guess what? Remember how in Swan Princess Christmas, Huberta and Rogers were fighting over orphans?
Oh, yeah, they were. Why?
Yeah. Guess what they're gonna do now?
Fight over this orphan.
Again.
Gee.
Why do they even
This
need...
poor horse. Oh no, the poor dogs.
You know, you could have just hired at the rate me and Jova are predicting stuff so far. I know it's only 1 for 1, but again, the story's so predictable. You could have just hired me and Jova to write the script. You could pay us half what you paid Briannissan.
Also, that cat is ugly.
So
They're all ugly.
In general, every
every
time the CGI renders teeth is just awful.
There you go, see? Yeah, because of the trauma, she won't speak.
Oh
And
no! Oh no!
So how are we gonna solve this problem?
Oh no!
Please don't tell me it's some weird singing.
I'm sorry, Tia.
Oh shit.
Very good, Teo. And guess what? It's not just any song, Teo. A generic modern pop song.
How convenient for my mouse to have a wheel that I can scroll down to 0%.
Okay, Shirley.
This
Do
is
you
the
wanna
scene
go-
Pedro showed me, by the
Do you want
way.
to go? Do you want to go?
Why is she
over
dressed
this-
as Rapunzel?
Shirley, you want to
Yeah?
go over why the scene is all kinds of wrong, or should I?
They were trying to play
Yeah,
the
of course.
trauma like a bit seriously because yes, her father died in a fire, and like she's an orphan now, except not anymore. And they think, oh, you can get over this by having a sing-song.
No movie.
Ugh.
Because
No,
that's
that
Not
is-
to mention, did you see the animation is deteriorating under my eyes. Now it's basically Barbie movie quality.
No,
Yeah,
Tio.
I was
Oh,
gonna say,
some
what's up
Barbie
with
movies
pop
are
songs?
good though.
Tio. I've
Okay,
seen
for
Barbie
reference-
movies
for
better
reference-
animated than this.
For reference, I only watched the very early ones, as in Barbie Rapunzel and Barbie Nutcracker, which were like early 2000 CGI for
Yeah.
comparison.
So, also, hear those lyrics. Tell me what you're thinking, because I want to hear from you. No, fuck off. You don't force this shit out of her.
I mean,
Oh
of
my
course,
God.
this is how you help anyone deal with the loss of a loved one. No, you don't!
Hey, Teo, clearly, Teo, what Garnet in Final Fantasy IX needed was a modern pop song sung by Zidane and the rest of the group
Okay.
to help her. Clearly.
All
It's like
right,
I bet you
okay.
had it all.
Like,
It's like I wish you had it all wrong, Teo.
What if you tried this in real life? In fact, I'll do a quick role play a bit right now.
Leaves no, thank
No,
you.
just don't.
You see what I
Sorry,
mean,
I'm
Dad?
terribly sorry about the loss of your pet dog. How about a song?
Hey,
My
Dad.
father died.
Hey, Dad, and you thought it couldn't get any worse, Dej.
But I thought your dog died.
And
Whatever.
yet-
Anyway, here's a song for
This is
you.
on par.
Yeah,
This
really
is honestly
sorry
on par.
about your dog.
And yet,
And you know what?
No,
Yes,
I'm gonna have
Roy?
to stand my ground on that. Go on, Shiro. Sorry.
What makes it worse is this isn't like they didn't like fast forward like a week or so. This is
No, immediately.
literally the next morning. This happened last night.
and now she's just fine, having fun with
Oh, hi,
everybody.
Bromley. Is Bromley gonna have a point, or is he gonna be passing cameo for the rest of the series?
Oh, sorry, Dej, but I'm gonna have to stand my ground on this. For as bad as Christmas was, it didn't.
Just have a Star Wars reference.
And the whole town knows about her trauma now.
Dej, I'd rather have a Star Wars reference than this.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God,
yeah.
this
Like,
is-
I mean, I'm gonna have to agree with Pedro. This is way worse than the Christmas one.
Oh,
Why
this
would
is
you
no.
tell
Don't
the
get
town
me wrong.
about
This is bad. But
It's-
my expectations were so lowered. I'm not even phased.
Okay, so the movie's over now, right?
And yet,
Yes,
Right.
please, let's go.
and yet,
No, wait.
And now we're gonna follow that terrible pop song with a Les Miserables style song.
and yet, from what I've heard, the
I mean, it's a bit more engaging than the previous one, and I guess less offensive.
It is too, but at the same time, it also highlights another problem with the movie: the completely inconsistent tone.
Not just
Yeah.
that, like I suggested in the previous one, I get the idea. A lot of these movies have these cheap excuses for song, for merchandising that can be, sold on websites like iTunes.
and
You
yet,
know, guys, when I first saw the first movie on VHS back in the day, because I grew up with the original trilogy, believe it or not. It's the same as Teo. I don't know about you. I don't know about you, Teo. But when I saw the first 3 movies, never would I think I would get this first. Would get to a point where I would see a bunch of flying, talking squirrels singing about how they're gonna destroy the Swan Princess.
Also, are you sure that they're flying squirrels? Like they don't seem to have the flaps.
They
under their arms.
They have showcasing different scenes where they actually do fly in some capacity.
But
to be fair, go on, Jova.
That's the thing. They don't have the flaps that flying squirrels normally have. So how are they gliding?
That's the thing, Jova. If you Google scullion, it means flying squirrel. So
not to mention, some of the tails are just not fitting for the type of species of squirrel. Some are fine, but others are way too thin or something.
It's amazing how this franchise constantly keeps getting worse with every
also,
movie.
Piñata.
Every movie is consistently worse than the previous one. Go on.
Also, I do not mind this whole thing about these potential evil tribes of squirrels that can pose a threat. If you have any experience with sheep and...
Suddenly the trauma returns.
Well, yeah, it's almost as if a song doesn't make it magically go away.
No, it's not alright. Your terrible animation is terrifying me even more.
I tell you that singing doesn't automatically heal trauma.
Well, it's okay. Here's some more singing.
No shit.
Movie.
We just had a song.
Alright. I'm here to hold
We
you.
already had a song 2 minutes earlier.
Actually, we had 2 with
Movie.
And now here's free.
Richard, Brian, go back to film school and learn more about tonal consistency, if that's okay.
That's not the page, that's the problem. These films make money hand over
Also,
fist.
Oh my
before-
god!
okay,
And now
also,
they're
before the-
literally reusing.
Also, before the flashback, was that the painted world of Ariamis in that painting?
Yeah. Basically, they're recreating that scene from the first movie in the new animation.
Only
and of course,
terrible.
So this is our excuse to justify the title, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's
because
right. She is a Swan Princess.
Because as you told me, that doesn't turn into a swan anymore.
That's the thing, too. This is going to be the last movie where the Swan Princess title of the franchise is going to be even relevant.
So, okay. Again, like I said before, I have grown something of a softness towards the original trilogy. Not okay, and to be fair, it's not because of how terrible the CGI movies are, but I do feel like they had something of an idea. They just weren't the best executed.
What movie?
The original.
He's talking about the
trilogy.
original trilogy, the hand-drawn animated ones.
I have a bit of a soft spot for them in that sense. That at least they had good animation backing them, and
That's being too generous.
and they did
Let him
have
finish.
and they did have ideas, just terrible execution. As of this one, I'm convinced that they ran out of all the ideas because when you fall to literal squirrels being your main enemies, after all the big bads we've had before, you have lost the plot, sirs.
Oh please, don't tell me they're referencing the climax. Oh my god, they actually did it. Don't remember when it actually, if it was, this was 2014. Let me check something quickly just to be sure. Oh my god, we actually did it! This is a clear reference to Into the Wild! Oh my fuck.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a very sad movie. Not in a sense that it's bad, but it will make you depressed.
Wait. Isn't Into the Wild that Disney movie that tried to compete with Madagascar, but
No, Jova. It's a movie.
Wild.
It's a live action story about someone who wants to detach from society and live in hermitage.
From Sean Penn.
But to continue what I was saying before, I don't mind this idea of these squirrels as the main force behind. If you're having any idea of the usual slapstick that Chip and Dale can pull in their early cartoon, having a more serious version of that makes perfect sense for a franchise like this to me.
More so the fact that I don't know, Teo. It feels a lot like this franchise has completely strayed away from what the original movie was at this point.
The original movie was just about a marriage. If you have to continue the story, you have to explore other things instead of repeating the first movie over and over again.
I'm not saying they should repeat the same movie, but how about this, Teo? Do what I suggested earlier. Deal with the topic of having a natural child, and by that I mean
but that's not just what he did mention. Preview to your praise.
it's like
How are we only 30 minutes into this movie?
Yeah,
We are.
At the very least, the pace is going fast enough for me.
No, it feels like it's going slow. It feels like
Jova,
someone's talking fast.
Jova, I swore that it felt like 10 minutes had passed instead.
Well, lucky you. For me, it feels more like an hour's gone by.
That's the thing that I mean. I thought that's the thing that they still can't decide what plot he wants to do. You know, the plot with the flying squirrels, or trying to help a girl get badly trying to help.
Also, we did remember that. Sorry, go on.
Oh, hold on, Dibs. Two plots that seem to be a tug of war about which one gets to be on top. Guess what, Whips? In the next movie, Brian's gonna kick it up a notch by having not 2, 3 plots fighting a tug of war.
So what? By the time we get to Swan Princess 10, it's going to be like 7 plots.
It's gonna be like the Predator. Oh god.
Fortunately, Swan Princess 7 does actually have only 1 plot.
Again, way too many times I can potentially see a freeze frame that will just look fucking terrifying.
Yes.
Also, we did remember that he has the hourglass from the first movie. Cute.
Yay for something.
They're not
There you go,
flying squirrels.
Well, there you go. See, Joe? They fly. See?
I guess they use something akin to a mantle, kind of like Batman, to justify that.
They
They
fly
don't.
because...
They don't have the structure. They don't have. You know what? You know.
You know what?
Oh my god, they're Tanukis. And you
know what, that gives me a-
giant sack.
that gives me a
no,
chance.
we're not.
That gives me a chance. That gives me a chance to bring back one of my favorite moments from our Blue Dragon commentary that I used on Teo. So I'll use it on you, Jova. Now, Richard told you it's a flying squirrel, Jova. So it's a flying squirrel, okay? There you go.
Also, Dej, no, because Tanukis are more associated to raccoons and not squirrels. And that's not even counting their main feature.
Seriously.
Oh, I was talking about the main feature because they were holding a giant sack.
And then the
Look, it's more interesting than what we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have nothing to say.
Very, very honest question, Pedro. What did Bob Shaw have to say about that scene?
Simple, Teo. Watch exactly what you think. He was making a little silent look, and that must be a Bob show.
Okay. So your kingdom. Shouldn't you have security against so much as you know?
Okay, that's the thing. That's the thing that I noticed since the first movie. The actual royal army of Uberta's kingdom fucking sucks.
Seriously,
because it's nowhere near present. Also, why did they kidnap Bromley?
Congratulations, Rich.
The kingdom Wait. This is everyone in the kingdom that they captured? Seriously. And
also, I wonder, like, these many recognizable characters from the first movie onward, and a baker. Like, one of these things is not like the other.
Yes. Jova, after Alpha and Omega 5, and now this, it's official. Richard Rich has officially become that animation director who makes all other animation directors feel better by comparison.
You know?
You're all like, I made such a bad movie, but at least I'm not Richard Rich.
You know what's sad, honestly, about Alpha and Omega 5? That came after the movie's actually surprisingly improving, as we pointed out in our commentary of Alpha and Omega 4 actually being a good movie. But then Alpha and Omega 5 came out, and that was the worst movie to that point until the sequels came out. And look at that. Just like with that one, this franchise also really jumped off the rails with the 5th movie.
Whee! Okay, I kind of like this joke.
Plague the Queen.
See, he does care for her.
Yeah, at least Rogers is still funny.
Okay.
That.
Yeah.
That was a
one
genuine
actually
laugh,
funny.
so yeah.
Rogers was always the best
It's
character.
this Squirrel Guard in particular. Let me see if I check who is voiced by. I think it's Joe Ockman.
Yeah, Rogers was always the best character in these
Wait.
movies. The problem is that ever since the fourth one, the sequels barely focus on him, and as a result, it doesn't help much.
Wait. That's the thing, then, Paige. Every time the film focuses on something, it gets butchered.
He arguably did get a bit of focus in the fourth one, given how it was focused on his and Huberto just
Inventing
finally
electricity.
Well, actually, more like he invented gospel or something.
Judge costume?
Oh God, I forgot about this.
Wait.
Okay, Dwebs, we're going to introduce a new subplot. Rogers is now a judge, and we're going to have a trial subplot.
Oh, goody. Let's have...
How are you going to have a trial in the
Might
cellar?
as well try to guess how many Ace Attorney jokes we'll be able to crank, then.
Is it even worth it?
Dwebs,
Always a drama.
Dwebs, here's the main rule of Swan Princess after number 4. Whatever Brian wants, he will will it into existence.
It's even dumber than that Simpsons comic where they have to hold
No
trial.
shit, Derek!
It's even
Wow.
Derek is so
it's even
stupid.
Hold on,
it's-
yes, please.
It's even dumber than in the Simpsons comic where they have to have a trial in the food court because the actual court is being used for something else.
Also,
Yeah.
I'll use
Here's
the
the thing.
same. I use the same joke, but I use every time because this is a recurring theme that happens in all the media. A character blatantly seeing a trap, having activated and everything, and then saying, "Be careful, there might be
Wait.
traps."
Wait.
Your perception towards finding traps is fucking sucks. Invest points.
Wait. I'm sorry. The horses were literally right there a few feet away from the lines, but we never saw them jump over them. Yet they passed through just fine. To prompt the squid to say, they're the real deal.
The horses are ghosts.
Oh,
Because-
Derek took the bullet, or in this case, the dart.
Because reasons, Jova. Because reasons.
Oh,
Remember,
Sorry, I
Teo.
thought the prince was dead for a second.
And now meet a new reoccurring character in the Swan Princess franchise, if you can believe it.
I
Huh.
guess he'll help us now?
Yes.
I get the idea that he's the one who knows what the true secret of a prophecy was, and he has
Very
to.
good. Very good, Teo.
Yeah,
But,
I think it's pretty easy to guess.
Oh, wait, let me
yes.
guess. He was the narrator, too.
No, the narrator apparently has the same voice
No,
was
no.
a woman because it was the same voice actor as Bridget.
Yeah, no, the narrator is different. The point is, that's the thing to remember. Ever since the first movie, this has always been the reoccurring thing about Derek. He's stupid as fuck.
And apparently it gets even worse as a hunter. In the previous movies, he struggled but eventually managed to capture a cat. In here, he managed, yes, to activate a trap, but then, in order to protect all that, basically to took out the... Oh!
That's why I'm in
Not
for.
how
With
you're
the
supposed to.
close-ups.
Yeah.
Oh, now you have the flaps. Where
I guess
were
we
those
just
for all the
retractable.
others?
Retractable, I guess.
That's the thing, though. When the other scrolls were flying, they didn't even have their flaps
Also,
open.
is that supposed to be an Australian accent?
I don't even.
But yeah, I've noticed that
Yeah,
this...
it is lemonade.
Yuck.
All right, answer our questions, please, Scully. Yeah, his name is gonna. Yeah, she's gonna call him Scully, by the way. Actually, I would have preferred if you call me by my actual name, bitch.
Nah, he apparently likes it.
And there's no time to waste.
Solve
this-
my maze.
Well, remember too, this guy has voiced Lord Roger since the second movie, so he's a veteran of this franchise.
No,
at
I
this
know.
point.
It's just that for some reason IMDb doesn't credit just the role of Scully. Everyone else is there, but not him.
Yeah, it's one of those things where yeah, it becomes a big problem because now all of a sudden we're throwing yet another thing where Derek is of course stupid as all fuck because again this is why I was repeating that joke from the Steve earlier.
What? I'm sorry. You brought her here as proof that the plan worked. What proof is bringing Elise here that the plan worked and that Odette and Derek are dead?
It seems she can easily pass through any of these walls. Fuck off, movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
You literally could animate them to be proper, but look, she could literally get from that. Ow!
Just make them small.
Just crawl through it. My goodness.
Then again, this is apparently from the same studio that had an actual problem with the sky in one of the Alpha and Omega movies anyway.
Oh, yeah. Alpha and Omega 3.
Anyway, this is why I was making that joke earlier about the Derek, don't you think? And then he doesn't even, it's abundantly clear that that is right. Derek doesn't think to.
Well, he's not going to be able to if he keeps getting conked on the head.
Maybe that's why. He just keeps getting brain damage at this point. Although Tio just raised a good point, though. Remember how in the first...
Okay, stop showing teeth.
So anyway...
Sorry, Tio, they're going to do it.
So anyway...
Blimey. Yes, Jova.
Tio just raised a good point. Remember how in the first movie, Derek became so good of a hunter that he was actually able to finally kill and slay Rothbart in the first movie? What happened to that?
Simple, Jova. Bad writing.
Also, apparently, it just keeps getting worse with each film. Somehow.
Yep. And believe it or not, the sixth movie, I will argue, is even worse than this.
Well, I literally just said that each movie somehow gets worse after this.
Okay, I will argue... Okay, I kind of agree with Detective Steve that the six movies where we hit rock bottom, because I will argue that the six movies as bad as it gets, at least so far.
Oh, so it actually gets better somehow.
Don't get me wrong. 7 and onwards are still terrible. They're just not as terrible as 6.
Also, don't apologize. They broke into your house.
Also, maybe I'm thinking something wrong about it, but didn't movie 2 and 3 establish that at this point Puffin has an entire platoon of other birds that he can call?
That's the thing. That's the thing too. Starting with this movie, Puffin ceases to exist.
What? He's there.
That's a Chaos Emerald.
Okay.
The Chaos Emerald.
Okay. Let me rephrase that then. Basically, Teo, from this point on, it's not... Okay, how about this, Teo? I'll explain things to you when we finish the movie.
Sure, no worry. Ooh, ominous.
Wow, this movie really does have us talking a lot, because it's just that... Literally,
It's a disaster. It's a complete unmitigated disaster.
This is one of those movies where...
practically
every
scene is wrong.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
again, the Uncanny Valley is right around the corner in every single shot.
Wait, what happened to the court stuff?
That'll come back later.
I will also mention this. Odette's hair has stopped changing colors between each shot, unlike in the previous movie.
Wait. It responds to Odette's touch because she's the Swan Princess. So, okay. Was she the Swan Princess all along, or was she only the Swan Princess after Rothbard turned her into a swan?
That's what I was saying, Jova. In the original movie, as well as the ballet, there's no magic prophecy or any shit. It's just he turns her into a swan to keep her trapped in the lake. And the term Swan Princess is just there as a nickname more than anything. In here, however, they retcon it into, turns out that is a princess of destiny who was prophesied to bring peace to the...
Again, Pedro, like I mentioned earlier, the big irony... I'm just going to ignore that. Like I said, Pedro, the big irony is this, though. Like, Rothbart mentioned... the introduction mentioned that the Forbidden Knights hired Rothbart to supposedly destroy Odette, but he didn't destroy Odette. He turned her into a swan. So not only did he fail to do what the Forbidden Knights wanted him to do, this means that Rothbart created the very thing that could destroy the Forbidden Arts.
He attacked first.
Also, are you sure that Rogers is going to be a judge and not just a barrister?
More like an attorney.
Yeah,
an attorney. Well, that's the thing. Like with the way he's dressed, it comes across looks more like a judge.
Okay, apparently in British court, even
everyone
the attorneys wear the wigs.
Stupid wig. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
What?
because
Apologies, Dweebs, because again, even in my country, some banned, but I never
Your Honor.
understood.
Your Honor, I don't think you're allowed to drink during the trial.
basically our country is basically really traditional when it comes to attire, and also Pedro. One of these days I'll show you that Ace Attorney video where the judge gets drunk.
Sure.
Present evidence.
That actually worked.
How is that a piece of evidence?
Oh, because she made it for the orphans.
Some reference from
Ew.
the orphans of oh my god.
Good.
Oh, why?
This movie has a very strange obsession with
No,
fluids.
stop!
What the fuck?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Lord,
the
no.
movie has Ladies and gentlemen, the movie has just given up.
That's so gross.
We want the Nickelodeon audience.
Okay, so this is sitting at 13% on Rotten Tomatoes. No.
Gee, I wonder why.
No, wait, actually, let me check.
What's even going on anymore? What does this have to do with anything?
You know,
Time is a wasting. Again, same writer apparently of the first 3 movies somehow.
Wait, actually, it only has 1 review, no score. Audience score, 40%.
40?
Yeah.
No, that's too much even for this movie, to be honest with you. This movie's garbage. Pure concentrated garbage.
I think 25
Oh, wait,
is
this is
generous.
Royal Wedding, my bad. So, Royal Family.
Royal Landing is later.
isn't that movie 8 or something?
Yes, if I remember correct. Well, no. 8 is Royal Mystery. That would be movie 10, I think.
Okay, also Pedro and Jova, you can help me better on this one. Did Bridget always had a small speech impediment?
Yes. Yeah, she
Yes.
always had that.
Well,
Okay, I distinctly don't remember that
Pedro,
in
this has a
Italian dub.
She did. She
Let me-
did have that in the first film and onward.
the point is, this is stupid.
Also, this is showcasing our plan, so of course that means nothing is gonna go as we intended. No.
That's too high. Sorry.
Yes, it is. Why
Again.
people
Again.
like these films? I don't get it.
I'm trying
The
to
That's
think.
spit alone means we need to
That's
dock
the-
it tens of percents.
I mean, okay, the thing is, at least to me, this film series was never good to begin with. So, so considering that A, it's still going, and B, it gets worse and worse with each installment is baffling.
That's the thing, though. Is the primary reason people.
Okay, that
That's
was
the thing.
funny.
That's the thing, though. Is the primary reason people still try to stick up for the first movie, at least, is mostly because of nostalgia. Because when you actually take a good look at the movies, even the original 3, they're bad movies, plain and simple. There's just no runaway about it. Like but a lot of people grew up.
It's like I said, they had ideas, just bad execution.
Sure. Well, Derek got captured.
Well, to be
That
fair,
was
that was
part of
part of
the
the
plan.
plan, Pedro.
I'm honestly shocked that so far it's going exactly as we want.
Oh, that's the thing, Teo. Believe it or not, the plan is. Believe it or not, Teo, Derek is about to do another stupid thing.
Great.
Oh, there's Puffin. There you go. I forgot about him. Like he's barely in these sequels so much that I forget that he even exists anymore.
Like I said, yeah, I saw
You know
him
what?
too.
Okay. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just say it right now. Basically, Teo, starting with this movie, the primary, believe it or not, Teo, the primary military force of the kingdom. Guess who it's going to be?
The Squirrels,
The three
because they
animals.
reform at the end of this movie.
The Squirrel. So basically, even though Puffin still exists, his platoon clearly doesn't exist anymore. Sorry.
Did this kingdom ever
Also,
have a proper
what's these
military
Pirates of the
force?
Caribbean music?
That's the thing, Jova. In the first 3 movies, it was Puffin who kind of organized a platoon of sorts, like Theo said.
No,
But
at the end of the first movie, it showcased about the fact that he was commenting something. If I recall correctly, when he returns at the beginning of the second, he does mention that he still has, but he's just taking a break from that. If I recall correctly, it does come into play in the third movie when he comes also to talk with the Crane character.
And again, I have to bring up this, like I said in the previous movie, Laura Bailey is so horribly miscast into this
Also,
role.
is that a PSP?
She sounds nothing like Michelle Nicastro. Nothing. Again, it's not Laura's fault. She's the wrong actress for this role. She doesn't sound anything like Odette.
Is that a PSP?
Oh my god, it is. Beware.
Beware, Jumanji? What? No?
How many of those have you seen?
That's not the question that I would have asked.
And with John Bob, it doesn't even sound like they're trying to replicate John Cleese's original voice at this point.
No, they're not.
Also, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be another reference of some kind, but it's lost on me.
I think that cloak is trying to reference Obi-Wan Kenobi, I think.
It might be too obvious. I'm pretty sure it's something else entirely.
Well, if there's one thing we've learned from the previous movie, Theo, is that this movie has no qualms with referencing Star Wars.
I can't believe that there's about a half an hour left. This movie is so slow.
Yeah, technically things are happening. I can understand what Jova means, because yes, technically things are happening, but they don't mean anything. There's nothing that advances character-wise or narrative-wise. There's nothing. This is just random shit happening.
Yeah. It is like Revenge of the Fallen in that regard.
Spiderweb. Get it? He's voiced by Spider-Man.
At this point, it was not even considered.
Spider-Man at that
Brian?
point, Ted. Come on.
Brian, Richard, there's more to a narrative than just things happening. Those said things that are happening need to actually form a coherent whole. They need to actually...
Yes.
Great. There you go, Dwebs. You wanted a trial? Here's your trial.
This isn't a
This is
child.
the polar opposite of Ballback. Instead
characters
of
have the
talking
same
too
feeling.
fast, she's doing too slow.
Yeah, Pedro, the characters have the same feelings I do.
Does that mean you're gonna speed everywhere, Dwebs?
So I guess
No!
they... Oh, wait. And that's how they... Oh.
Sure, what are your thoughts on all this?
It's ridiculous and gross.
There you go. That's Shiroi's rotten.
This entire trial was just a waste of our time.
Okay, Deji. Now we can add one more rotten review to the Rotten Pages, the Rotten Tomatoes page of this movie. Shiroi's review is a rotten review, and I quote, "It's ridiculous and it's gross."
Go ahead, Shiri. Create an account just for that.
Why?
Because.
I have better things I could be doing with my time.
Like watching, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like spending another 10 hours on Animal Crossing.
Also, yeah, you weren't kidding when you said that the
Nosy.
turtle had even less stuff to do in the original trilogy in the previous movie, Pedro.
Well,
So,
Nosy, you tweet these out.
Hold on. What is it? Could you repeat?
No, you mentioned in the previous movie that when they mentioned that the turtle had not really received an arc, you told me that in this movie the turtle character has even less stuff to do, and you weren't kidding.
No, it does not.
I thought you were referring to like the
Polish
times I have
option.
on like the Switch or something.
Okay, let me put it this way to you. It's abundantly clear that Brian and Richard are very excited about posing these new, super awesome new characters they come up with as the new, super cool characters you should care about, not so
Also
much the
for
classic
potential
ones.
merchandising.
Is she really?
Cold
What
Steve
did you
Austin.
say?
Also, one thing I didn't mention about earlier, how Derek just suddenly woke up. Oh yeah, like good job, Derek, good job.
Again,
You're only on one fail.
actually that's the thing, Pedro. As it showcased immediately, he was hallucinating because one thing that Scully was unexpecting was that the potion will give you a slight case of hallucinogenia when waking up.
Okay, then I'm blaming Scully, then. Good job, Scully. We were only on phase 1 of the plan, and already it fell apart. Good job. So let me get this straight. You need to find the glowing stone, and that will somehow make the Forbidden Arts be able to defeat Odette's Swan Princess powers, because...
Yes, we get it. It's your title. Also, I will say this. The inside of the Forbidden Arts crystal is probably the best animation that the entire movie has.
Congratulations, movie.
That looks like something I'd see.
Completely forgot about the girl.
I know, right?
Yeah, the girl is just, in this movie, is just a prize for them to get, Deji. That's all she is.
Shit.
Remember, Deji, both Roberta and Rogers were fighting over her because she would be her new purpose in life. They were, sorry, you're dead. Your parents died, Elise. Hey, at least you're giving our lives purpose again.
I think Dad is talking more so about how they didn't get her out yet, and to be fair, he couldn't do that literally in front of the Forbidden Arts ball, otherwise it would have struck him down or something.
Oh, I get that, Jova. I get that. What I mean is that, at least in this first movie, Elise isn't even a character. She's just a plot device.
I know, but I'm actually addressing what Dad said.
No. I just completely forgot all about her because it's like this stupid squirrel subplot, and it's so dumb.
Why
and the
am I
trial
getting
is like,
a deja
all
vu?
right, they're supposed to rescue a girl.
Also, how did Scully manage to climb down the entire mountain in so little time?
Because shut up, that's why.
Fair enough.
Stop asking questions, Taylor, and enjoy the show.
What's it gonna do to him?
Okay, everybody, Scully versus the Forbidden Arts. Dun, 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 dun,
Was it going inside of his ass?
No, I think the idea is he mentioned roasting, so I get the idea that it's like burning his back.
Oh no! Girls! No! I hate cuties are my weakness. No, seriously, she's his weakness, by the way. I'm not kidding. She's his weakness.
And he
Okay,
just
so
runs away
I have a
pansy.
serious question.
What?
Go on, Dej.
That he knew about Dad because of the prophecy and whatnot. Why did he just wait until she died?
Because he's impatient, apparently.
No, but it's like, you've waited this long, you could wait a little longer.
Okay, apparently he's fearful that she'll eventually destroy him due to the prophecy.
Also,
mentioning
apparently
that she would destroy him, so it's more about I gotta kill her before she kills me.
Okay.
Also, it's because also that thief Squirrel accidentally stumbled into his chamber and woke him up.
Hey, Jova. I just thought of, ironically enough, I just kind of thought of a positive I can mention, comparing to Richard Rich's past work. The sky remains consistent. So there's that.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Please don't tell me that she convinces them with a song.
This is how low we've gotten, Jova. We've gotten to a point where we're praising the fact that the sky is consistent.
I was more so just groaning at the movie itself, honestly, but yes, that applies too.
Fake news.
Okay. Well, Scully, princesses can be evil too. Let's not completely throw away the concept.
I guess he's getting into the fact that the title of Evil Swan Princess sounds a little ridiculous.
And now it's time for Odette to give her diplomacy
Also,
skills.
puffy net teeth. Jesus Christ.
That's a good point, actually. You guys don't think these things through, do you guys?
They're so easily manipulated.
Yeah, of course, because you clearly spent enough time with her to really love her.
Pedro,
Clearly.
we sang songs with her. Clearly that was enough.
Of course.
Do it.
Would those even be able to kill Odette?
So, okay, considering these squirrels have been literally brought up with this hatred in mind for so
Not
long.
Jojo!
Yeah, and that is
Man,
Steve.
part 1 is a lot different than how I remember it.
No, don't you see that this is the end of part 6?
What? Jojo becomes a squirrel and dies?
Yes, why not?
Sure.
I also love how this generation long.
Really?
I love how this generation long prejudice they had against the Swan Princess over the years now suddenly is completely reversed just for one speech.
And this will be what convinces them to trust in her.
Of course.
Also, some Chekhov's gardening, fair enough. Can you stop with the close-ups, please? I would like to remind you that in terms of kind of animation,
You live to swag her another take.
Yeah, that's another thing. The Squirrel seems to have Australian accents for some reason. 2014 was a year after, if I recall correctly, the release of the PS4. Like, you could do something better than this.
Well, so they have to spend the
Wait,
profits on the
what?
PS4 somehow.
Hold on, here we go. And this
Yeah, they bought
is-
Crunchyroll.
And
There you
now
go.
they
The,
can...
the prophecy is well again.
By casting a shadow onto it.
Why?
Because noodles.
Oh God, his
Wow,
tail
I-
looks
I-
wrong.
Wow, I love that line. You will never defeat the forbidden arts. Wow, I wasn't aware that it was possible to defeat an entire field of study. Like, hey, Dwibs,
It's time for a book burning.
Pedro, that's college in
the U.S.
general.
education system is trying to do that.
Yes, Pedro.
Hey, Dwibs, I'm going to defeat mathematics.
To be fair,
I will
before
join you.
Not before I demolish geography.
Yes.
I guess you could say metaphorically that's what you're doing in school.
That's the thing. He means literally, though.
Yes, and it is unbelievably stupid there.
Alright, we're still doing this.
Can you please tell me Roberta dies? Please. I hate her so much.
You know what? I hate the squirrels more, so I'm actually rooting against them.
Anyway, I have very little memories about what I'm about to say, but I'm pretty confident at this point that these are making me appreciate somehow some more the Tinkerbell direct-to-video movies.
Those
No,
are
definitely.
those are competent, from what I understand.
Those movies, from what I understand, those movies are at the very least competently made. They're not great or anything noteworthy, but apparently they're at the very least competently made, which is more than you can say for this crap.
Like, let me put it like this:
Hey, reference to the first movie. Funny.
I have an easier time understanding how the Tinkerbell movies have a fan base than I do with the likes of this or Alpha and Omega.
Yeah, I know.
What?
I mean, I can tell it. The animation in those movies looks gorgeous. There's that. But what was it gonna... Yeah. Well, Jova, in that case, you're screwed because trust me, the squirrels are definitely the characters the Richard wants you to care about at this point because they're gonna be mainstays. Sorry.
I don't care.
Wow. I think Jova is. You sound incredibly disappointed.
Hey, another reference to the first movie. At what point are we gonna start to sing the chase song?
Did the frog do anything in this movie?
Actually, wait, just
Got-
both him and the turtle helped us making secure the tablet from the Forbidden Arts so far.
So Jova, if I could take a wild guess, I'm guessing you're on. I expected nothing, and I'm still disappointed. State right now.
Yeah, that's right. We're a couple, aren't we?
Supposedly.
Supposedly.
Okay.
Just pull her out of there and run.
Again, they're literally squirrels. You could.
Shiroi, you're expecting a character in these movies to make a smart decision. You realize the implications of what you're asking, right?
Oh, about fifth movie, we actually confess we're in love.
Thank God.
Yes, finally. At least we accomplished something.
Shiroi. And now, you know what? Here's what Ashley in Detective Steve's review said when this moment came up, because she loves these two. My ship is officially set sail!
Yay!
Yay!
Romantic. We're gonna die together.
It's almost Shakespearean, Shiroi.
So, Jova, was I right?
About what?
I'm guessing, based on your reactions and tone of voice, I'm guessing you're in I expected nothing and I'm still disappointed state.
Yeah,
About this
pretty
movie.
much. I am beyond the point of caring at this point. Do what you want, movie. I mean, why don't you just bring in dinosaurs at this point?
Probably. Come on, man.
So what
And
you're
then they
saying,
went splat.
hey Jova, I can see
No,
it now.
the
Swan,
squirrels will
Swan,
save them.
Whoa.
I can see it now, Jova. Swan Princess
Wait,
11,
what?
Dino Dicks.
I don't know either,
That's
I really don't know.
That
Also-
felt like it was stock.
Also, I did not need to see a Roberta skirt movie. Please don't.
I love how that's instantly over with. It's like, well, we done goofed. Moving on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure this totally won't lead to the kingdom leading an inquisition looking to burn all the squirrels or anything. Like, no, we're fine. Like, that's the thing. It feels like we're well past climax territory, but no, the movie's still going. How did he get out? He was
worry about
restrained. How did he get out?
Don't worry about it.
No.
Stop asking questions and enjoy the movie, says Rich.
There's
No.
nothing to enjoy. Except,
Maybe I would enjoy it better if you didn't prove actual speed.
Okay. The only thing to enjoy is that Uberta and Lord Rogers finally just confessed their love for each other. That is, well, okay,
Oh,
that...
actual blood.
Oh.
Yeah, considering how tame these movies tend to be, yeah, that's kind of surprising that they would have,
Oh,
Whoa.
Sav.
Oh.
Sadly, Teo, there's not going to be a moment where someone stabs someone in the back and you can even see the wound and the blood and
To be
everything.
fair, to be
So-
fair,
Alas.
to be fair, we...
It's a family film.
That's the thing. I'll talk about that.
I'm taking you with me, but
You know you can fly, right?
I guess that's gonna be the twist. He survived because he can actually fly.
Now, the time of truth, everybody. Odette versus the Forbidden Arts.
Please don't tell me. Well, okay. The previous movie was so lame because she defeated Rodbar by singing. So it's gonna be worse than that.
Well, let's see.
Odette, you
Also, you're
can't
doing a bang up
bash a
job.
rock with another rock like
Just
that.
pull her through the middle.
Well, remember. Well, Teo, technically, this Odette is actually a demon replica, like we've talked about in the
Demon
first
that.
movie.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
look.
So maybe she can use her demon powers to defeat the Forbidden
At this
Arts.
point, I'm not sure if she actually has some. What?
A question, Teo. Have you?
Oh, sorry. Why? Okay, I don't remember this joke, but help me out on this one. Did the turtle have the ability to imitate other animal verses in the first movie?
No.
No, it did not.
It just
No, it
made a
did not.
turkey noise.
That's like Jova
Because the
said,
plot wants it to.
Teo, like Jova said, at this point they're just doing whatever the hell they want. They don't care anymore.
What even?
We've
But,
only got 13 minutes left at least.
Also, is the ball gonna go right up his ass?
Don't just throw it carelessly in the woods.
No, that's again their plan, tossing to each other.
Yeah, Tail, but what if one of them misses? That's the thing.
Let's just see if either of these are professional flying squirrels.
The Forbidden Arts is literally being made a fool of by the squirrels. Our main villain, everyone! The guy who supposedly has been orchestrating everything that went on in the first 3 movies.
Keep going on that. I'm sure you'll do it eventually.
Okay, Joe, my turn to tell you. Like, did I tell you or did I tell you?
Yeah. Why is he trying to enter in through his crotch?
Must be a Bob show.
Oh, whoa! Not on his neck, my dude. At least take him out to dinner first.
Yeah, God damn it.
Hey, Squall, show me your gun blade, will you?
Does he give him a hooky?
Slow-mo? Yes, sir.
Wait, he's hovering in midair? They can...
Good job, you morons.
Is it a fake one?
How are you even holding that? How are you
I
even
can
holding that?
finally fuse with Iblis and become Solaris again.
How are you even holding that? You have no hands.
What?
Don't worry about it. Wait, Pedro. This is the thing that you question, not everything else that's been going on. This?
Well, I've been questioning things since the movie began. Then.
Okay,
Oh my
is
God. Is the
okay.
darkness going to become good?
I wouldn't even mind if the movie just ended right now as a cliffhanger, and the next entire movie is about, reclaiming the kingdom from this age of darkness.
No, Teo, you wish.
Then again, it would be kind of like a Final Fantasy 13-2 effect. Okay, I also gotta say, this is the movie where they tried to reference the title the most so far.
Just to remind you that this is a Swan Princess movie still.
It's like the movie needs to convince the audience.
Really, Odette? You didn't think of a different tactic other than bash a rock against the rock?
Not just that, this child can fit through these holes.
It's the thing, Teo.
Oh my God, she spoke!
Oh my God, only now she told her to do the obvious thing and break the crystal.
Why didn't she
I love,
before?
But to be fair, we didn't know that. At least she tried.
That's the thing, Teo. After this movie, the Swan Princess moniker won't even matter anymore.
Also, look at that, Teal. The fact Squirrel's alive, just because.
Mm-hmm.
So,
we did saw a scene of him actually pulling himself up.
So yeah, guess who's gonna say today?
The Squirrel?
Scully?
Yes. Not the main character, not our heroine. This new old squirrel.
Wait, why are there... Were they trying to give off the illusion that he was looking through her for a crystal? Why were there 2 of her?
No, they made that also jokes about that his eyesight is not super effective. That's why he also has those tiny glasses.
Either that or was
actually, no, there you go. He doesn't have them on him, and that's why he's seeing like that.
Well, there you go then.
He has just as bad eyesight.
Really? Oh, wait. She's probably just trying to trick him. But you didn't even kill Derek.
He's bluffing.
Why is he bluffing? Just kill her already!
Jova, it's like the green ball from the heavy metal. He's just taunting with her for no reason.
There you go, Jova. There you go, Jova. I think at this point it's undeniable. This guy's a hack. A complete hack. Also, he's still seeing double.
No.
Defeated by a mere rock?
Wait, in this shot he had his pants knees on, but in previous one he didn't.
Great God, really?
Wait, is that seriously how the Forbidden Arts is defeated? With a rock?
Yes.
A rock?
Yes.
Yeah. From my Squirrel, Jova, your favorite combination.
Well, Jova, a rock won a race in SpongeBob SquarePants.
It was
hold on.
Hey.
Let's see what she says.
Mommy.
Oh yes, of course, guys, because they did such a great job in strengthening the relationship between these two. Clearly, this was
earned.
Clearly, this is earned.
Oh, and so I guess Scully's...
Now we're here.
So I guess that means Scully's dead.
I have good news for everybody. The movie's almost over.
No, seriously. Scully was probably dead. Like, that was a huge explosion.
I guess
Actually,
twist is bad. No, he's gonna
Act-
still be alive or something.
No, Teo. Believe it or not, he actually is dead. He does, however, come back as a Jedi ghost.
Fair. Yeah, I guess the Obi-Wan comparison was on point
Hey,
then.
look at that, Dad. That's another Star Wars bit for you.
And now, everybody, I introduce to you Princess Elise. Also,
Ah,
Elise!
Her name is actually Elise.
No, Pedro actually mentioned
It's
that it's
Alice
with
with
an
an
A, but the
A.
joke just writes itself. I'm sorry.
Oh,
also, Odette, Derek, you even have a princess daughter now. Why aren't you king and queen yet?
That's a good question. Do we ever see
Because there
Derek
already
with a
is a
crown or
king and queen.
something?
Nope. Not so
I mean,
far.
we established that religion is a thing with the previous movie. Can't they have the proper marriage at this point?
Oh,
That's the thing to remember. They marry at the end of the first movie.
oh
That's
my
the
God.
thing.
Are they about to announce it?
Oh,
There'll
I
be
guess
another
it's a
movie.
Hold on.
Oh, so they are going to marry.
So I guess those hold the throne for the time being.
There you
So
go.
what, is royal wedding about these two finally tying the knot?
That's the thing, Joe, but they never actually tied said knot. This is all lip service because after this, the characters go back to just bickering with each other. Oh, there you go.
Oh, I think it's now. What did this song?
It's pop song time, Tio.
Not just that. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's in the credits or for this one. But for
Oh.
a check from the credits,
Long live the age of goodness, and here's our tribute to Scully.
brilliant.
How lovely.
And that's how the movie ends. Is there an after credits scene?
Not
No.
that I know, but also, okay, at IMDb for some reason mentioned that there in this movie there's also Psy, the singer, as himself, but I didn't notice. So I thought maybe that's like one of the songs in the credits. Who knows?
I love that credit. Story by Richard Rich and Briannissan. Yeah,
Great
story.
Bateman.
Or what passes for a story, at least.
You turn my
Anyway,
world what is the song with these lyrics?
You
might
see,
as well for the final thoughts.
there you go, Shiro. Odette L. Dietz, aka Laura Bailey's
Oh, and
pseudonym.
Doug's still
Yeah,
still
Scully.
around.
Oh, there you go. Scullion Clayton James. There you go. That's not Clayton James.
Oh, there you go then. Whatever. Dwebs, go ahead.
Well, I mean, like I said earlier, these films keep getting worse and worse with each passing installment. And the first one wasn't even that good to begin with.
Yeah.
I mean, what plot is there? I mean, and even if there is one, there's like too many. You know, there's them wanting a kid, there's them getting the kid and the father dying. There's the king wanting, the future king wanting to get married to the future queen. There's the stuff about the fake prophecy. There's the flying squirrels, and there's the evil cloud monster.
You know, based off of what I've seen from future movies, I can't wait for Elise to suddenly be all happy-go-lucky, despite the trauma she's gone through.
Oh, you think that's Rich, Jova? Guess what she's going to be in the next movie?
What?
A pirate, according to the title.
How wonderful!
Oh boy, Pirates of the Swan. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, to conclude real quick, I mean, it's like almost all the other movies, except worse.
I guess I can at least dance to the song.
This feels completely out of left field, even for this franchise.
But doesn't
Yeah,
it make you want to boogie down?
I guess on its own, I swear I heard this song somewhere else before, gotta be honest.
Okay, Jova, I know you had a lot to get out of your chest, so go on.
Well, that sucked.
Yep.
It's a travesty, a disgrace. The only thing I like about it are the Uberta and Lord Rogers shipping. I'll admit I'm kind of a sucker for that because Lord Rogers is arguably the most interesting character left, and his thing with Uberta is kind of cute at least. That's like the one thing they managed to keep cute because, oh god, does stuff look ugly in this movie.
And even that subplot had that stupid spitting scene, so even that subplot is not perfect.
Yuck.
Yeah.
The value that these songs have are just about of making fun of this movie for how over the wall it goes with the songs.
Yeah.
Like this song right here. Jesus. I guess the voice actors were trying. Or maybe not. I honestly don't know. I know the animators. Okay, look, if the animators were trying. Yikes! Oh boy.
Honestly, to me, it just feels like they just appeared for a paycheck.
Probably.
It's like they probably think, Jova, well, whatever. Nobody is ever going to actually watch this outside of like a very niche audience. So why should we care?
Like, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. This makes the soundtrack of the last movie seem credible by comparison. And that one was literally just mainly remixes of Christmas songs for the most part.
Yeah.
And yeah, the animation is worse than the last one. Like, oh god. And the way they handle Elise becoming an orphan is just terrible. Like, you literally made the bad guy a bumbling fool just so that he could accidentally orphan a girl to conveniently make her the kid without having to have our protagonist, I guess, grow up with the responsibility of pregnancy or something. I don't know. I mean, and I guess that's the kid now. No need to have an actual, birth kid. This orphan's enough. Like, maybe that's not what they're going for, but it feels like it was just made as an easy fix.
No, it doesn't feel like a Jova. I'm 90% sure that that's what happened. Lazy writing of the highest order.
I mean, but like, in story, when you think about it, it's messed up. It's almost like they go, oh, well, now we conveniently got an orphan. Now I don't need to push a baby out. Like, ooh. Not much else to say. This movie is the worst of the Swan Princess movies that I've seen so far. And I guess a sick part of me is looking forward to seeing how it manages to get even worse than this.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Shiroi.
Yeah, this was it's as shit as all the others, I guess, except maybe more. It looks terrible, the music is terrible. Like, even in, like, I know this is for, like, little kids, but you still don't handle trauma that way. I don't really like any of the characters. I don't think I ever did. Why are there more of these?
Because people buy them, believe it or not.
Why were there this many?
Because there's a fan base somehow.
Because they gave us a career.
Yeah.
People have, like, people have way too much money sometimes, I think. Like, there are better things to buy, people. That's it. This was terrible.
Go on.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's somehow worse in than the previous movie. But I argue, okay, there's still a good idea at the base of this to expand a bit on the franchise and make it continue. If we ditch entirely the child character and focus entirely just about the forbidden arts and the square evasion and tone down the stupidity, I do believe there is potential for a final story. Like I said, I don't actually mind the retcon at the beginning. Sure, it still has a thing, kinks to actually iron out or two, but it's not too dissimilar of what Tangle the series did by implementing what was effectively just a casual thing that happened in the first movie and retconning it to be a more predestination towards defeating a bigger bad. The major thing about is, well, obviously the fact that Forbidden Arts now are a sentient entity that were tied to this crystal ball, and instead of being just an inanimate object that Rothbard discovered and utilized, it was more like a demon that influenced even his apprentices. it feels just odd considering what happened in movie 2 and 3, which are not referenced, by the way. Feels like Richard Rich and the others only watched the first one just for reference. But again, I don't mind the squirrels for the most part. Particularly, I like the eye patch guy. Probably has some of the fuzzy less in the movie, and at least he's not that incompetent at his job as well. The whole trial though is the worst scene, absolutely, to me.
That's the thing. The eye patch guy was the judge, and I'd argue he was kind of incompetent there.
No, what I mean is that at least he had funnier lines in the movie as well. The competence came in only when he had to guard the door, and at the end, the trial entirely was just like a vacuum that sucked away everything.
But Tio, it's to show
also,
how much Roberto and Rogers have grown to love each other.
There's also, I don't mind that. There's also the fact that the songs in the movie are all concentrated towards the first third. Like you're bombarded in mass with 3 songs in rapid succession, and then there are none for the rest of the movie. What the fuck is this pacing?
I feel like that's kind of always been a thing with Swan Princess. Now that I think about it,
no, there was a major song at the beginning, one for the chase sequence, maybe one for the villain, and one prize towards the end.
Well, that's what I mean, though, Michael. They were sort of smushed together, though, and then suddenly we had a whole bunch of movie without them.
Again, wouldn't kind of you know what I mean? What I usually think about musical sequences. So cutting away will probably do a better service. But I get it. Sony want to merchandise this shit, and so might as well.
Actually, do they sell merchandise of this, Pedro?
Yes, they do.
Remember, Java, this being, despite what the fact that they don't like this being sells, and despite everything, they still have a higher audience score percentage than we estimated. So there has to be an audience that actually likes them, just like for Alpha and Omega.
Java, Spirit Riding 3 has merchandise. I don't see why this doesn't.
And
remember,
Sony commercial for this one's merchandise, though.
Also, Sony is the same company that did also the 2 live actions Smurfs movie for that same purpose, just to keep on different kinds of brands of merchandising.
The old Van Forstick tactic.
Just with Raja Gosnell involved. Ugh. Anyway, that's pretty much it from me. The voice acting is fine for the most part. I was going to say that the child voice actor is wasted on the character, but again, she barely has any lines to begin with, and that sequence about her father being freed, the mother being not even mentioned, and her trauma just being resolved, the song is just out of left field. Again, same writer as the first set of movies. Again, even if they had problems, they did not get to this level. So it's not even a case of they just didn't care anymore. It's clear to me that there was some kind of problem that happened. Was there like a dispute between the writer and Richard Rich, or one of the Sony executives had some mandates and said these, and these have to happen in the movie in some kind of fashion, do it, you know?
I have no idea, too.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, for as infamous as these movies have gotten, unless they're doing a very good job of hiding it, it doesn't seem like there was any development hell.
But like I said, I do believe there is something that can be salvaged in all of this mess. Certainly more than what the previous movie did, I can tell you that. But it is objectively just worse in quality and execution. That is undeniable. So we'll have to see how the sequels also continue this streak or not.
Do I even dare hope that eventually things improve to the point where these are legit good?
Pedro did mention that while maintaining bad quality, is not as bad as this. So we'll have to see.
Let me put it this way too. Movie 6 is where at least in my opinion, and as well, I agree with Steve and Ashley that yes, the 6th movie is the lowest because the 6th movie does something that really is okay. That I really hate, but I'm not going to say why specifically now.
To be fair, as we did see with Alpha and Omega 4, it's not impossible for things to get good again.
Go on.
No, I'm pretty much done with this. Like I said, still bad movie. I can find elements, at the very least, the major elements that I can see could be easily fixable. something. But others are just unsavageable, anyway. So it's still a mess at the end of the day. Next.
Pedro, you better start running. That's all I have to say about you.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna send your army of flying squirrels towards him.
I don't care anymore. This movie's bad. Just as bad as the rest of them. The only difference is I'm not as angry because I'm just so worn out. It's still a very bad movie.
I'd argue it does stand out as worse than the others. Don't get me wrong. Swan Princess was never the pinnacle of quality, but I do insist on acknowledging that there was a quality that has been lost over time.
When you marathon these movies, they just tend to blend in with each other.
Honestly, when I tried marathoning them, I really do start to acknowledge that, wow, we were at some level of quality, but we just
the first one's the best, but that's not saying much. The first one is just, we have Disney at home. These are, we have Disney direct-to-DVD videos that they're selling at the store at home for a bargain bin price.
I'd honestly argue this makes a lot of Disney direct-to-video sequels look masterful by comparison.
Yeah! Because some of them aren't that bad.
Oh yeah, no. I absolutely agree. I still say I actually like Cinderella 3 better than the original.
Yes!
Yeah, Cinderella
Thank
3
you.
is really good. Okay, I still enjoy the first movie fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the first one was still a classic.
It's the Cinderella 3 is that rare sequel that's actually better than the original. But you know what? We'll have time to talk about that another day. For now, let's keep to the lane of this movie. Anything else, Dej?
They should stop making these.
Richard doesn't.
Dej. As long as there are fans who still enjoy them.
Look, I'm not a professional writer yet, but part of me feels like I could probably make a better story.
That's the thing, Deji. By the time they reach the sixth movie, Steve and Ashley start making that exact same comment as well, making very good suggestions for how the sixth movie could have been improved. And Ashley even says, "We're not saying we would make an Oscar winner out of it, but
we just make a fun film."
And you know what's frustrating? I'd argue it's pretty easy to make a good story out of this. Like, Swan Princess is one with a relatively small cast. It's a mystical fantasy world, so you can pretty much do anything. Just make a good and coherent story. It ain't that tough with this franchise.
Okay, you know what Pedro says? Like, there are neat ideas here. Yeah, it's like, you can just take the good elements, just rework them. Oh my god! You see. Now I'm getting angry because it's just wow.
Dej, collect your thoughts and then start reworking them.
They just. I don't feel like they went out of their way to make something bad. This just feels like they didn't care because people are still gonna buy them anyway.
That's the baffling thing. It does feel like Richard Rich does genuinely believe in this stuff. Like, again, he has never struck me as even a money-grubbing guy. Like, he's always done stuff with the best of intentions, as far as I know. It's just that a lot of it really does feel like, hello, fellow kids, how do you do at his best, and just absolute garbage at his worst.
Here's how it is. Here's Richard Rich's career summed up. There is a point where we needed to stop, and we have clearly passed it. But let's keep going and see what happens.
Pretty much.
You done, Dej?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm struggling between giving this a 1 or a 0. Actually, no. There was one thing that you mentioned that mentioned, and that was the whole point of the movie. The daughter, she kind of just falls by the wayside until near the end of the movie.
I guess if it's any consolation, the next movie's gonna focus on her, as apparently will movie 7.
Yeah, that's one of my bigger problems, but we'll get to it.
Joy. Well, I just feel like, what was it? The very next day, after her dad died, they started singing?
It certainly feels like that.
Like, you couldn't wait. This could be a month or something?
The movie never tells us how long it's been, Dej. As far as the movie tells us, it may as well have been the next day, like Shira said.
Okay. To the movie.
Because, like, hell, even Big Hero 6, a movie that came out the same year, it took its time of Hero coping.
Big Hero 6 is that old.
I guess, to be fair, according to the movie, her trauma isn't truly gone until the end, because that's when she's able to speak again. When she calls Odette mommy, or, talks to her to tell her how to destroy the forbidden arts. So
Definitely.
technically her trauma was still a thing and it wasn't cured right there and then.
Oh,
That being said, they still, I'd argue they still handled it terribly.
No, that's the thing. The primary complaint is not so much when the trauma went away. It's more so the fact that they were trying to make her feel better by singing about, and I'm quoting the lyrics right now, tell me what you're thinking, because I want to hear from you. Yeah, clearly the best way to handle a person who has lost her voice because of trauma is to keep telling her to speak.
Also, come to think of it, is it just me, or is Odette just a little too obsessed with this girl? Like, she literally says to the squirrels, I only want to live so I can love her. I mean, it's not like you have a husband who you love, or an entire kingdom that you're running.
I was about to, like I suggested at the beginning, ditch the girl and make all that motivation, their desire to protect the kingdom. It's not that hard.
But nope, she loves this girl more than all that other stuff.
Also,
apparently.
remember one of the golden rules, Joe, about child characters are a very perfect tool for manipulate the audience if you want.
Well,
Yeah.
shame it didn't work an iota with me, because... Shoot, did we even really get to know Elise in this movie now that I think about it?
That's what, apparently, according to Perry, that's what the next sequels are for. But again, we're digressing. Continue, Dej, unless you're done.
Joke. I'm done. Take the floor, Pedro.
What can I even say? Like, this movie is a complete travesty. A complete travesty. Nothing in this movie works. Like, even whatever little 3-4 decent lines are, they just wash away in a sea of garbage. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. The story is, if I can even call it a story, the story is nonsensical. The characters are even stupider than they've ever been before. The the relationships are rushed beyond all belief. The details are all. The animation is horrendous. The music is terrible. The way they deal with certain themes is insulting, to say the least. Ugh, it's god off. It's absolutely horrible. No, instead of watching this movie, watch Detective Steve's review of it, because it's
Or Bob Show's
far more.
reviews of them.
Or Bob Show review, yeah, as well. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then we mentioned that beautiful moment where they were throwing cake cream at the squirrel's crotches.
Allow me. I'd shower you in coconut cream pie.
No.
I mean, come on! When you get down to it, the DK Country cartoon has more class than this movie.
Yes.
You're
it
also
does.
getting a copy of this from me for Christmas.
So yeah, after 5 Alpha and Omega movies, Swan Princess 4, and now this.
Oh, don't forget the Norm of the North movies.
Yeah, he was a producer on those. Yeah, at this point, there's just no way to avoid saying it. It's just the plain truth. This guy has gone from being a promising animator at late 70s, early 80s Disney to being a complete hack. This guy can't make a good movie to save his life, or at the very least, a movie that is completely well-rounded. Even something like Alpha and Omega 4, which is at the very least enjoyable, still has plenty of problems as well. It's just like this guy. Richard, I get that you need to bring home your bacon somehow, but aren't there other lines of work you can maybe pursue? Because you're clearly not good at this. You are not. I get that you're passionate about animation, but again, so was Mike passionate about being a scarer, and he had to face the truth that he wasn't cut out for it. Sometimes we all need to face the truth that we're not.
So here's the difference between Mike and Richard. Richard actually did do good at first, though. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, Mike was never cut out for it, but Richard clearly did have it at some point, but he lost it. He lost it.
Who are you referencing?
Mike Wazowski.
Monsters University too.
I thought you were comparing to an actual other ex-Disney animator.
No. I was just okay. The point is, it doesn't work. Nothing about this movie works. It's god awful, and mileage may vary. I will concede that. So maybe there will be, maybe you guys will still think this movie is worse, but and I don't blame you. But I will argue. But movie 6 does something that's personally to me is the worst thing you can do in a sequel to a long running beloved quote unquote franchise.
What, they kill it dead? Oh wait, no, Swan Princess 3 already did that.
No, they don't. No, they don't go that far. Like
we'll see in due time, Joe.
The point is, yes, Swan Princess 5. It sucks. Surprised. Tune in next time for Swan Princess 6. Pirate today, Princess tomorrow. Yes, that's the title.
Oh man, we're going to have a swashbuckling adventure, huh?
We'll see.
You're getting a copy of this too.
See ya.
See ya.